Why Mongolia has almost no people. Imagine a country larger than Germany, France, Spain, and Italy combined. A country where endless grasslands stretch beyond the horizon, where roads disappear into the distance, and where entire regions remain almost untouched by human civilization. A place where horses outnumber people, where ancient traditions still shape daily life, and where vast open spaces define the landscape. This is Mongolia. Located between Russia and China, Mongolia is the 18th largest country in the world. It covers more than 1.5 million square kilometers, making it one of the largest nations on Earth. Yet despite its enormous size, Mongolia is home to only around 3.5 million people. To put that into perspective, the entire population of Mongolia is smaller than many major cities around the world. How can such a massive country have so few inhabitants? The answer lies in a unique combination of geography, climate, history, and culture. To understand Mongolia, we first need to understand the land itself. Much of Mongolia consists of vast grasslands known as the steppe. These endless plains cover huge portions of the country and have shaped the lives of its people for thousands of years. To the south lies the Gobi Desert, one of the largest deserts in Asia. Contrary to popular belief, the Gobi is not simply a sea of sand. It is a harsh landscape of rocky terrain, dry valleys, and extreme temperatures. To the west, mountains rise dramatically above the plains. In winter, snow and ice cover much of the country. Unlike many densely populated regions of the world, Mongolia has relatively little fertile farmland. Large rivers are rare, rainfall is limited, and growing crops on a large scale is difficult. For thousands of years, farming was never the easiest path to survival. Instead, the people of Mongolia adapted to the environment in a completely different way. They became nomads. Rather than settling permanently in one location, Mongolian families moved across the steppe with their animals. They followed seasonal grazing lands, transporting their homes and belongings as they traveled. This nomadic lifestyle proved remarkably successful. For centuries, livestock provided food, transportation, clothing, and trade goods. Even today, millions of sheep, goats, horses, cattle, and camels roam the Mongolian countryside. In fact, livestock outnumber humans by more than 10 to 1. The landscape itself encouraged mobility rather than urbanization. There was simply no need to build large cities across the steppe. But geography is only part of the story. Climate also plays a major role. Mongolia experiences some of the most extreme weather conditions on Earth. During winter, temperatures can fall below -40 degrees Celsius. Powerful winds sweep across the plains, creating dangerous conditions for both humans and animals. In summer, temperatures can rise dramatically, creating another set of challenges. Droughts are common. Severe winters known as dzuds can devastate livestock populations and threaten rural communities. These harsh conditions have historically limited population growth. Survival has never been easy on the Mongolian steppe. Yet despite these challenges, Mongolia produced one of the most powerful empires in human history. In the early 13th century, a man named Genghis Khan united the tribes of the Mongolian plateau. What followed would change world history forever. The Mongol Empire expanded across Asia, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. At its peak, it became the largest contiguous land empire ever created. Mongol armies conquered vast territories and connected distant civilizations through trade and communication. Yet even during this period of extraordinary power, Mongolia itself remained sparsely populated. The strength of the Mongols did not come from large numbers. It came from mobility, discipline, strategy, and unmatched horsemanship. Small groups of highly skilled riders were capable of moving quickly across enormous distances. The empire demonstrated that population size alone does not determine influence. After the fall of the Mongol Empire, Mongolia entered a long period of political change. Over time, the region came under the influence of neighboring powers, including the Qing dynasty of China. In the 20th century, Mongolia became closely aligned with the Soviet Union. The country adopted a socialist system and experienced major economic and social transformations. Cities expanded. Education improved. Infrastructure developed. Yet even as modernization accelerated, population growth remained relatively slow. The realities of geography and climate continued to shape the nation. Today, Mongolia is a modern democracy with a growing economy. Mining has become one of the country's most important industries. Mongolia possesses significant reserves of coal, copper, gold, and other valuable resources. These resources have attracted international investment and contributed to economic growth. At the same time, urbanization has transformed the country. More than half of Mongolia's population now lives in or around the capital city of Ulaanbaatar. Modern buildings, universities, businesses, and infrastructure have changed the face of the city. Yet beyond the capital, much of the country remains remarkably empty. Drive just a few hours outside Ulaanbaatar, and the landscape quickly returns to vast open grasslands. The steppe still dominates the horizon. The nomadic tradition continues to survive alongside modern life. This unique balance between past and present is one of the things that makes Mongolia so fascinating. So why does Mongolia have so few people? The answer is not a mystery. It is the result of geography that favors herding over farming. A climate that challenges large-scale settlement. A history built around mobility rather than urban expansion. And a culture deeply connected to the open spaces of the steppe. Together, these factors created one of the least densely populated countries on Earth. In a world increasingly dominated by crowded cities and expanding populations, Mongolia remains different. It is a land of extraordinary distances. A place where nature still feels larger than humanity. A country where ancient traditions continue to shape the modern world. And perhaps that is exactly what makes Mongolia so unique. If you enjoyed this documentary, be sure to subscribe for more stories exploring the world's most fascinating countries, cultures, and histories. Thank you for watching.